So let's start with the Nexus 6P. Now, I've been using this device for several weeks, and I'm absolutely loving it. We partnered with Huawei to create the first ever full metal-bodied Nexus phone. It's crafted from aeronautical-grade anodized aluminium, and the phone is only 7.3 millimeters thin, and it has beautiful diamond-cut edges and a sculpted back that make it feel really comfortable to hold. The phone is available in 3 colors: frost white, aluminium, and graphite. Now, the Nexus 6P has an incredibly vibrant 5.7-inch WQHD AMOLED display, and we've maximized the area of the screen to be 74% of the overall device. So you get an amazingly immersive experience without the phone feeling too big. This is a 5.7-inch phone, but roughly the same size as many 5.5-inch devices. Now, inside, the phone packs the latest 64-bit processor, powered by an almost 3.5 amp-hour battery. The brand new USB Type-C port brings fast charging, so the Nexus 6P can charge fully in about half the time of an iPhone 6 Plus. And of course, Type-C gets you the much more convenient reversible plug, so no more guessing which way is up. You'll also notice the phone has stereo forward-facing speakers for crisp, clear sound. Now, the Nexus 6P has the best camera we've ever put into a Nexus device, a 12.3 megapixel Sony imaging sensor with enormous 1.55 micron pixels. The 6P can produce stunning images even in the toughest of lighting conditions. We've also incorporated a high-resolution 8 megapixel front-facing camera with HDR+, so you can get the world's best selfies on this phone. The 6P comes with Nexus Imprint, a seamless way of authenticating with your fingerprint. We put an incredibly fast and accurate fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone to complement the way you naturally hold it. One touch will effortlessly wake up the device for smooth, fast access. And of course, Nexus Imprint works seamlessly with Android Pay for making purchases in stores. The Nexus 6P runs the latest Android 6.0 software, codenamed Marshmallow. And like all Nexus devices, it receives the latest software and security updates directly from Google. Okay, modern flagship phones do pretty well for outdoor shots, but where they tend to struggle is with indoor photography in less than ideal lighting conditions. And that's ironic because people spend over 20 hours a day indoors. The new Nexus camera is great outdoors, but it's also optimized for indoor photography in 3 key ways. First, as I mentioned earlier, the 12.3 megapixel imaging sensor has very large 1.55 micron pixels, providing 92% more light collection efficiency than the original Nexus 6. Now, pixel size is not a dimension you usually hear people talk about, but it's really important to the quality of the picture. The larger the pixel size at a given density, the more photons of light the sensor can collect in tricky lighting conditions. And because the sensor collects more light, it allows us to run shorter exposure times, so you have less motion blur. So that, combined with the fact you get less handshake artifacts when you have larger pixels, means we obviate the need for OIS. In fact, this Sony imaging sensor was originally designed for camcorders and digital cameras and is unprecedented in a mobile phone. Second, we've chosen a fast, closed-loop autofocus technology optimized for low-light conditions. The Nexus 6P has a laser detect autofocus system which uses a time-of-flight IR laser to enable instant autofocus of close-by objects. And we've iterated and improved our HDR+ computational photography and added a new mode that automatically kicks in during low light.
Details. Starting today, the Nexus 5X and the Nexus 6P will be available for pre-order on the Google Store in the US, UK, Ireland, and Japan, with more countries coming in the next few weeks. Outside the US, in addition to the Google Store, we're also partnering with leading retailers and carriers to sell both devices. In terms of pricing, the Nexus 5X starts at $379, and the Nexus 6P starts at $499. Both phones will begin shipping later in October.